Welcome back to Divine Feminine. We're here to do volume 2. We cover your twin flame path hair at Yildiz Readings weekly. Forgive the hairdo, or we're trying to get things done. For those of you that are new, I am a psychic medium. Yes, I'm a twin, so you're chatting to a twin, and we do have a membership here that gives these pre-released, and very separately we have one via the website. Okay, so let's take a look and dive down the energy. Now, I have pulled a ruin cast in addition to both the masculine, feminine, and karmic, so stay tuned. This is the ruin cast. It's in reverse, and in epic fashion, it relates to both Saturn and Uranus. Currently, big changes for Divine Feminines collectively. It is in reverse. Now, it's funny because later on this month, we do actually have Saturn going direct. So, we're having these things coming through this week, and we're preparing for lots of changes, so stay tuned for the astrology. Now, this relates to mankind, Aquarius, fire. Pay attention to the 22nd, okay? Spiritually, within your divine feminine energy, you can have some changes happening because Juno, the marriage asteroid, is going direct, can be very emotional. Try to avoid pacifiers. The self, individual family member, I can definitely say that. Friendships, associations, rational intelligence, race memory, transcendental consciousness, the individual as a microorganism, shaman, spiritual healer. It's in reverse. It does make sense. We just moved away from the Aries moon, right? Depression, more mortality, blindness, self-delusion. You may be going through a bit of a difficult time, a little bit of anxiousness. We're having ups and downs this month. And in the way you are assessing your life or the connection with your counterpart. Rest assured that we are who we are need to be, no more and no less. We are dignified by having been made in the likeness of the gods, and that as such, we are in a privileged position. We have the capacity to transcend our failures, mortal bodies, and share in the consciousness of the whole. Humanity is a marvelous thing and worth being cherished. When reversed, we are counseled to honor the mysteries and resist the force of materialistic idealism that destroys our relationships with the universe. Know that you are you, okay? Which does make sense because Mars will be going retrograde. And, it could be that you've got this fight or flight. The correlation between the Libra moon and the Aries moon relating to your home, your family, you as a person. We did go through an energy portal of feeling as though we needed to consider everyone and be balanced and be fair. Then it came to the first house placement, Aries. So we could have been a little bit like, this is happening to me. And it's important to look at both polarities. But it also could be this anxiousness, in a sense, due to things that are happening in the collective, which is going to come through with the astrology. So it could be making you feel concerned. Are you going to be okay? What are we seeing in the collective? How is that making us feel? There's this fretful energy, but there is this karmic close at the moment, and you can be feeling the intensity. I do feel for a couple of months, some of you maybe didn't feel as grounded as possible. Maybe some of you heard gossip that has caused issues. It might have been things that were hidden coming to the forefront, and now you're looking at it and you're thinking, hey, not too happy about that. Let's pull a clarifier. And so you can see, or we will add it to the screen. Okay, so, losing faith in the circumstance, losing your compass. There could be a circumstance at the moment. I've got to remember to push it the opposite way. At the moment, that is causing you an issue. Now, it can be where you are looking at where this person is positioned in life. Are they partnered? Some of you also are having changes happening around maybe your children, your family. Others of you are feeling as though you are misunderstood and misinterpreted. But I feel within the connection, you may hear some gossip relating to counterparts' life and what they're going through. And it can be that you're actually losing faith in the situation. You're reflecting back and you're trying to be more private and keep cards close to your chest. Some of you, it may be that the way you felt and the way the path has gone, you feel you need to meditate upon this a little bit longer. You haven't quite made your decision up about what you're going to do. It could be that some of you maybe did get some information in relation to what was going on with your twin, and particularly some of you could be thinking, I need to mull over this, I need to unpack this and decide where I'm going to go to from here. Some of you, through your ascension process, it can be this anxiety where you feel everything is coming to a head and maybe lacking the confidence that you're going to be able to achieve such. Some of you can be having changes in employment, but also feel, you kind of feel some of it's outside of your control. There can be devastation and feeling that that person didn't love you the way you needed to be loved or see you the way you wanted to be seen. And sometimes we can get to a space where we directly are feeling, how can I explain it? It's not only the one that got away, but it's never being able to give it its full kind of launch. And Matthew McConaughey movie, it was coming to mind, failure to launch. But it was more within the direct connection. Some of that might have felt as though it was outside of your control, and some of the energy may have been given to another person, and therefore it's a disappointment. Some of you are saying you want to move forward, but you're casting a critical eye in your life and you're saying, it's almost like you're looking at the notion of love and relationships and what's viable and what's not and what the realities of them are. But I do feel there is this faithfulness to the journey where you do want the person to be faithful to you. You do want the person to want to walk the line with you, so to speak. I also feel if somebody is sharing information with you, be very careful, okay? Because I feel there can be some spanners thrown in the works with individuals to shake this up. I also feel some of you may have, been a bit off with your food at the minute. It might have been really excessive. And I also feel from a spiritual point of view, this stress of endings has been taking a toll and it has been affecting the diet and the eating. Some of you are going to hear some gossip about what Divine Masculine is going through. Some of you are feeling this energy that's very close. I do feel your energy by midweek is going to shift. I do feel good news is coming in. For a pocket group, I do feel good news is coming in. It's funny because the card just flipped over just then. And the same statement of what came through in Divine Masculine's read is coming through in your read now. And it's that if they did put you in the friend zone, I feel it's shifting. Some of you, I feel a guide on the other side is assisting you through this process. It could be coming to you in a dream state. I do feel this week you're going to be extra psychic. It could be that you're having visions of maybe a child or a wedding, but it's something to do with the future. And it's weird because it's, we go through these things. It's like on the 5D, it looks like a bed of bloody roses. And the 3D, we have this conversation with ourselves and we're like, oh, never bloody happened. So what I'm seeing is your guides are saying and showing and trying to give you some synchronistic message. It can be that your higher consciousness and on the 5D, you're seeing its full potential. But in the 3D, there's this anxiousness and you're thinking it's never going to happen. Some of you, it might be that the discussion is there about the future and you're like, can I believe this? Is it going to be okay? But I feel it's almost like you guys are getting cross at you. They're like, you're not listening. We're trying to offer you something here. We're offering you a picture. What say you? Yeah, some of you, the trust related, balance the solar plexus. There is this feeling of trust coming up. and deception, but I feel it's more to do with your vibration of what you're feeling. There is an offer here at a foundation level, so I do feel particularly there is an opportunity for a connection. Conditions that affected my parents need not affect me. It's funny that it's landed on the moon. Okay. I was saying this the other day. It's always great to get advice from our elders. It really is. So Pluto went direct, building that foundation, shifting things about. This is new times, so both are relevant. Uranus and Taurus asks us, keep something borrowed, something blue. You know, it's important to listen to other people. Sometimes that inner child also blocks this, but I get this vibe that this is going to be different. The whole connection and twin flame path is different to the collective. You're worried you're going to get a player. You're trying to make a judgment on this. You don't want to play with a player, okay? You want to make a decision, and the energy of frustration is building. You do have a lot of chemistry with this person. Let me get a different deck. Got a lot of chemistry. There's nervousness. I feel some of you could be noticing that you are shifting. And because you are shifting, it means this whole resume of this connection will be different. For some of you, it could be that you get offers from other people. Some of you are having the karmic come into your dream state. I do feel this is a very fertile time. Be very careful. Yeah, it's like the one that got away but trying to forget. I'm trying to forget you. I can't. Oh, that song came through in my twin flame path. I think it is. It's Shakira and Rihanna. I keep forgetting to forget you. I've forgotten the song. I'll have to share it in the community tab. You're like looking at things going, look, unless you can actually follow through, I'm not interested, because you're not saying anything. It's a 6. You know, broken-hearted girl. It's like the seduction, deceit, the broken promises, the temptress, you know, looking at the shadow of those energies, those people, places, and things, the circumstances that went down. It broke your heart, okay? You're wondering if there's anything to salvage, and I feel there is healing. There is an ability, but it's almost like you're wondering, okay, can this be repaired? And it's like I do feel you're open to it, but at the same time, you're knowing in time you will heal. In time, things will get better. Even though deep down at the moment, I'm hearing distance makes the heart grow fonder, but I feel you're manifesting, and I feel it's very important to not tune into the lower frequency. And it's hard not to, but your guides are saying this is going to be okay, but it's like you're perplexed. It's almost like for some of you may have already had a conversation, and now you're sitting back and you're actually looking. The conversation might have been with yourself. But automatically what I am seeing is you're really deeply reflecting on, is this the path that I choose to walk right now? Too many. I would say, okay, I'm getting a download here. Let's read this a little bit more. For some of you, you're going to have a conversation with a female figure. This can be a family member. It may be a child. It could be a daughter. But there could be a circumstance that they're actually discussing with you that they're unhappy. And you're thinking, gee, things are moving. You're happy. Life is moving forward. You're trying to raise your vibration. And somebody's making a statement. I can see this door, and this door is opening to this new chapter, but people are testing you at the moment, and this test isn't there to stop you. It's there for you to confirm, in fact, what your manifestation is. And I feel you dissolving all the unwanted. I feel you having the confidence and courage. You are understanding that change doesn't have to be something bad. I do feel this person's going to ask you for some sense of help. Let's pull a clarifier. What is the shifting place? Because I get that it's like the calm before the storm. Some of you already went through the storm. Somebody might apply. Look, regardless, we tend to have fair base frequency in the twin flame path because a lot of crap goes down. You may have to change directions quite suddenly. It's interesting that this card relates to Uranus. You got the card of Taurus coming up. I do feel that you know something is coming in very quickly, and it's saying, okay, you need to be open to this. This is going to uproot you. This is going to change. People are going to have opinions, but you need to do what you feel is right. And it does feel it's sudden, okay? So it's unexpected. It's change of plans. It's happening quickly. Family is going to have an opinion. A change in location is possible. And in the heart, you're getting wary, you know, because I'm noticing both of these are Cancer cards, and Moon is Cancer, right? Family did come up. Somebody is going to have a bit of concerns. It's like, hey, what about me? What about me? And it's important to navigate both. But I feel it's also important to see something through. I feel that I don't necessarily feel you got a head and heart decision. I do feel it could be compartmentalizing so that that path is open. But I get change. Change is happening in your life. This could be causing anxiousness and insecurities. This could be getting to a point for some of you where you're looking at the path with counterpart and feeling like, you know, dude, you're MIA, where are you? I need you. But separately, I do feel for some of you, it does mean a shift about, like I'm seeing chess pieces being shifted about. But these issues, both at an emotional level or a 3D level, are going to be resolved. Outcome card this week, please. Some of you are channeling future energy. Can be in the pending eclipse that you're having these uncertainties, panic attacks. Could be that you're channeling your counterpart. But I also feel a breakthrough that life is going to look very different. Yeah, I think you're digesting things, but I do feel you're picking up on it. It is natural that we knowing what to do. Tell you, Mercury. It is natural that by knowing what you do not want, you are able to clarify what you do want. And there is nothing wrong with identifying the problem before beginning to look for a solution. But many people over time become problem-orientated rather than solution-orientated. I'm telling you, there is a resolution, there is a solution. That which is like untrue itself is drawn. We manifest it. So tell the story you want to live and you will eventually live it. I feel there's a change. Some of you in your own lives are having these major changes, and it's funny, this drops down to a 7. I feel both of you are pulling on each other. Both of you in the head and the heart are pulling on each other. Both of you may have major things that you need to change on each side of the fence. you're having the courage to address it with the yellow chakra. The masculine is embodying the feminine energy and channeling it in a sense of dreams. Okay, dreams, hopes, aspirations, very psychic in nature. You can be picking up on their energy this week. Just be careful how it goes. It's not negative. I do feel some of you are actually going to meet in person and discuss your future plans, your hurts, your disappointments, and what those changes would need to be in order for this connection to go the distance. Don't be scared to admit how you feel in the circumstances. The best is yet to come. I'll see you next week. If you do want a private booking, you can go to the link. Otherwise, take care, beautifuls. I'll see you soon.